Today we are going to explore a place that's truly unique, deeply African, raw, and full of soul. Welcome to Limpopo. This isn't just a destination, it's an experience that speaks to the heart of the continent. Come with us, deep into the heart of South Africa, where the land speaks in ancient stories and time moves to a different rhythm. Our journey begins in Pretoria, South Africa's capital, cruising along a high-quality highway that stretches into the wild. Along the way, we pass one of the country's most unusual sights, a coffee shop built right above the road. You have to see it to believe it. With the road stretching ahead and adventure calling, we couldn't resist the perfect excuse. A quick stop for coffee, cake, and a sweet little pause before the journey continues. This quirky stop is part of the total Petroport panorama near Pretoria, and what makes it truly special is the bridge-style cafe built right over the highway. It's one of those unexpected places that makes a road trip feel like an adventure. Whether you're grabbing a cappuccino or just watching the endless stream of cars below, it's a little pocket of novelty on the way to the wild. We found zebra-striped muffins and the rich scent of fresh coffee. Such a simple joy, but it gave us that happy, refreshed feeling to carry on with our journey. It was such an interesting moment for us, sitting above the highway, sipping coffee, and taking a little break while the traffic flowed beneath us. A quiet pause in the middle of the motion. All right, it's time to hit the road. Let's head into the heart of beautiful Limpopo and see what wonders await us. Yes, we were so excited. We were heading into the heart of South Africa, where every turn promised a new discovery. Limpopo was calling, and we were ready. So much to see, and we were only just getting started. The road to Limpopo winds through wide open spaces and ever-changing landscapes. Golden grasslands, gentle hills, and scattered acacia trees that seem to dance in the wind. It's the kind of road that invites you to slow down, breathe deeper, and feel the rhythm of Africa. Every kilometer carries its own quiet story, and as we drove, we felt like we were moving through a living postcard, one frame at a time. Local stories say that this land remembers, that every stone, every tree, holds the memory of those who've walked here before. And as we drove, we felt it too, a sense of something ancient and alive, quietly guiding us deeper into the heart of Limpopo. Life in Limpopo moves to its own rhythm, slow, steady, and deeply connected to the land. Here, people live simply, yet richly, in harmony with nature. Families often care for large pieces of land, passed down through generations, and with that comes great responsibility. They raise cattle, goats, and chickens, not just for survival, but as a way of life, rooted in tradition and pride. The bond between the people and their animals runs deep. You can see it in the early morning routines, the careful attention to feeding, and the quiet strength in their daily work. As we drove further, a gentle, almost emotional feeling settled over us. We were deep in nature now, far from the cities, surrounded by the raw beauty of South Africa. The land stretched endlessly around us, peaceful and powerful. There was a quiet magic in the air, and with every passing kilometer, we felt ourselves being pulled deeper, not just toward our destination, but into the soul of this wild and wonderful place. We moved more and more deeper into the African Bushveld, and it became impossible not to feel moved by the raw beauty surrounding us. There's something deeply emotional about this place. The wide open spaces, the ancient trees standing tall, and the graceful presence of wild animals moving freely across the land. The word Bushveld describes more than just the landscape. It's a unique savanna ecosystem, found mainly in southern Africa, and much of Limpopo belongs to this wild, untamed world. It's a place where nature still reigns, and where every moment makes you feel small in the most wonderful way. And yet, in this rugged and wild corner of South Africa, the Limpopo province is home to some of the finest 5-star safari and game lodges in the world. It's a place where untamed nature meets world-class luxury, where you can fall asleep to the sounds of the wild, wrapped in comfort and style. These lodges offer more than just accommodation. They create unforgettable experiences. From expertly guided game drives to candlelit dinners under the stars, every detail is designed to connect you with the land, while surrounding you with the very best of African hospitality. So, wow, we've arrived at one of them, one of Limpopo's world-class game lodges, right in the heart of the Bushveld. Surrounded by wilderness, yet offering the finest comfort, it felt like stepping into another world, one where adventure and luxury walk hand in hand. Staying at one of Limpopo's game lodges, or even in one of the more rustic bush camps, gives you so much more than just a place to sleep. It becomes your base for unforgettable adventures. From early morning game drives at dawn, when the bush slowly wakes up, to evening and even night drives, when nocturnal predators begin to stir, every outing brings the chance to witness nature in its purest form. It's wild, it's real, and it's absolutely thrilling. When staying at some game lodge in Limpopo, guests can look forward to seeing lion, cheetah, elephant, rhino, buffalo, giraffe, zebra, ostrich, hyena, and plenty more. The birds are equally impressive, making Limpopo a birdwatcher's heaven. From the moment we arrived, we were welcomed with warm smiles and that unmistakable African hospitality. The scent of earth and wild grass filled the air, and somewhere in the distance, birds called gently from the trees. The main lodge was breathtaking, cozy, inviting, and beautifully in tune with nature. It was elegant without being overdone, with natural wood, stone, and soft linen textures blending seamlessly into the landscape. Everything felt warm, thoughtful, and completely at home in the wild. Our temporary home in this incredible wilderness was tucked away in one of the most secluded corners of the entire game reserve, far from any activity and surrounded by nothing but pure nature. It was the perfect place to disconnect from the noise of everyday life and reconnect with something deeper. Here, in the quiet heart of the bush, we found the serenity we'd been longing for. Just us, the wild and the gentle rhythm of nature all around us. And then, just as the afternoon light began to soften, we arrived. Tucked away between the trees and hills, the lodge appeared like a hidden gem, quiet, welcoming, perfectly in tune with its surroundings. Even before stepping out of the car, we could feel it. The sounds of birds, the rustling of leaves, and that deep, peaceful silence that only nature can offer. We were in the wild now, and the adventure was just beginning. Inside, our temporary home was perfectly arranged, thoughtfully designed to offer comfort without losing its connection to the wild. Though it was built with solid structure and care, it kept the charm of a classic safari tent. Canvas walls, soft lighting, and natural textures made us feel immersed in the bush without giving up the little luxuries. We could hear the sounds of nature all around us. Birds calling, leaves rustling, the wind brushing through the trees. And yet, inside, we felt completely safe, cozy, and at peace. It was the perfect balance between comfort and true nature living. Not far from the lodge, we caught our first glimpse of wildlife and a curious giraffe watching us from a distance. It felt surreal, like stepping into a dream we didn't want to wake up from. The kitchen had everything we needed to prepare a wonderful dinner, simple, well-equipped, and designed for comfort. Just outside, the traditional African Boma reminded us that a beautiful evening was on its way. The perfect place for a cozy braai under the stars, with the fire crackling, good food on the grill, and the sounds of the bush all around us. It promised one of those slow, unforgettable nights, where stories are shared, time slows down, and nature wraps around you like a warm blanket. On our first day, we decided to take it slow, to truly relax and let the sounds of nature settle around us. That night, we fell asleep to the soft chorus of birds and insects, wrapped in the calm of the African bush. We knew that come morning, the birds would be our gentle alarm clock, and we didn't want to miss the beauty of a Limpopo sunrise. In our plans for the next day, something truly special. We were going to join the team who runs this lodge, to ride along as they fed the animals, and to witness the magic of the bush as it wakes up. A rare behind-the-scenes look at the heartbeat of this wild place. Our first simple dinner here was more than just a meal. It was a feeling, a sense of truly becoming part of this wild, peaceful world. And then there was that morning, one of those rare, unforgettable moments that stays with you forever. The sunrise unfolded like a quiet masterpiece, painting the sky in soft golds and pinks, all while the bush came alive with the symphony of birdsong. It felt like nature's own orchestra performing just for us. With a warm cup of coffee in hand, surrounded by this breathtaking theater of light and sound, it was simply soul-stirring. A moment of pure magic and deep gratitude. And ahead of us, a great adventure was waiting, a chance to follow the rhythm of nature and witness the wild up close. We were ready to watch, to learn, and to simply be, surrounded by animals in their natural world, moving freely, just as they've done for centuries. Every step forward felt like a new page in the story of the bush, and we were lucky enough to be part of it. This morning, we did something completely different, stepping far beyond the usual tourist path to take a deeper look at what really happens behind the scenes at a game lodge. We joined the incredible staff on their morning routine, hopping onto a tractor as they headed out to care for the animals. It was eye-opening, heartfelt, and oh wow, what an unforgettable experience. Witnessing the love, dedication, and quiet strength behind their daily work gave us a whole new appreciation for life on the reserve. As we drive deeper into the African Bushveld, it's impossible not to be moved by the raw beauty that surrounds us. The vast open landscapes, ancient trees standing tall, and the silent power of the wildlife, it all stirs something deep inside. Out here, emotions run free. Africa doesn't just show you beauty, it makes you feel it. Arriving at the feeding trough. Feeding troughs are designed to provide a designated space for animals to eat or drink, keeping food contained and making it easier for multiple animals to access. This lodge owner truly cares for his animals by giving them extra nourishment. This daily routine isn't just about caring for animals, it's a living example of the true character and spirit of the South African Boer. Hardworking, humble, and deeply connected to the land, these men and women carry generations of knowledge and pride. Watching them in action, we saw more than a job. We saw tradition, resilience, and a quiet strength passed down through time. Wow, wow. And just like that, we were greeted by one of Africa's most iconic animals, the giraffe. These gentle giants are found all across the Limpopo province, from national parks to private game reserves, and spotting one up close is always a magical moment. Graceful, curious, and almost surreal in their beauty, giraffes are a favorite among visitors. Whether seen during a game drive or quietly walking near the lodge, their presence feels like something out of a dream. And here we were, face to face, welcomed into their world. There's truly no better feeling than walking among Africa's wildlife. It's exhilarating and just a little bit scary. You feel alive in a completely different way, alert, humbled, and deeply aware of every sound and movement around you. It's the kind of experience that stays with you forever, a definite bucket list moment that reminds you what it means to be part of the natural world, not just a visitor in it. Did you know giraffes are the tallest land animals on Earth? Males can reach up to 6 meters high. That's nearly the height of a 2-story building. Seeing them up close, towering above the trees with such calm grace, was truly humbling. They move with a gentle elegance that feels almost otherworldly, like ancient guardians of the bush. Giraffes can run up to 60 kilometers per hour over short distances. While they may appear slow, their long strides allow them to cover significant ground quickly, and they can maintain a cruising speed of around 16 kilometers per hour. Each giraffe has its own unique pattern of spots, just like human fingerprints. These markings aren't just beautiful, they actually serve an important purpose. The large, irregular patches are surrounded by a network of blood vessels that help the giraffe release excess body heat. Nature's design, once again, is both stunning and smart. Standing close to one, you begin to notice these details, the patterns, the quiet breath, the calm eyes, and you realize how perfectly adapted they are to life here in the African bush. And here's something even more surprising. Contrary to what many believe, giraffes are not mute. They can actually produce a variety of sounds: moans, snores, hisses, and grunts, especially during social interactions. But they're generally quiet animals, and much of their communication happens through body language, gentle movements, long gazes, and subtle gestures. Not far from the giraffes, we spotted a herd of blue wildebeest, also known as the common wildebeest, or white-bearded gnu. These large antelopes are one of 2 wildebeest species, and they're unmistakable with their shaggy manes and strong muscular frames. There's something almost prehistoric about them, powerful, rugged, and always on the move. Watching them in the golden morning light, we felt like we were witnessing a scene unchanged for thousands of years. Not all wildebeest migrate. Some form small resident herds, usually comprising up to 10 females and their offspring, which remain in the same area year-round. The females in these herds tend to establish dominance hierarchies and drive away any outsiders who attempt to join. Venturing deeper into the rugged terrain along narrow, winding roads, you can't help but wonder, what lies beyond the next bend? Every turn feels like the beginning of a new chapter. What surprise awaits up ahead? A rare animal sighting? A breathtaking view? Out here in the wild heart of Limpopo, anything is possible, and that's the magic of it. Make no mistake, a safari in Limpopo will never let you down. Around every corner, antelope and other wildlife are waiting to appear, sometimes when you least expect it. From graceful impalas to curious warthogs and everything in between, the bush is alive, always moving, always surprising. You just have to be ready. Limpopo's landscape is a rich tapestry of Lowveld and Bushveld, a land of open plains, wide valleys, and scattered trees that define the spirit of the region. Here, mopane, acacia, and the ancient baobab trees stand tall, shaping the horizon and telling silent stories of time gone by. The term Bushveld refers to these mixed woodlands, typically found between 1,000 and 1,500 meters above sea level, a loose but beloved word that perfectly captures the wild, rugged beauty of this terrain. This is the biome most commonly associated with African wildlife, the Bushveld. It's where you'll find the majority of South Africa's game viewing destinations, and where the wild truly feels alive. It's also the place South Africans dream of when they say they're heading into the bush. It's more than just a location, it's a feeling, a return to nature, to silence, to something primal and pure. And once you've been here, you understand exactly why. There was another waterhole, a quiet, vital place where the animals come to drink and feed. This was part of the staff's daily routine, making sure this area was stocked and ready. It might seem simple, but it plays a crucial role in supporting the wildlife that call this place home. Watching the team work here, surrounded by silence and the soft morning light, felt like witnessing the heartbeat of the bush, steady, caring, and full of purpose. We had now arrived at our second campsite, even more isolated, more secluded. Here, the silence is deeper, the stars feel closer, and the connection to nature is almost overwhelming. This is where the real African experience lives, raw, untouched, and wonderfully wild. If you're looking for a place to disconnect completely and feel the heartbeat of the bush, this is it. Attention. We were now entering a more dangerous area, the kind of place where your heartbeat quickens and your senses sharpen. Why? Because we were on our way to meet one of Africa's most iconic Big Five animals. The energy shifted, the voices lowered, and suddenly the adventure felt even more real. This was no longer just a scenic ride. This was the wild, raw, and thrilling. We passed through Electric Gate, this one marked with caution signs and a lookout point cleverly tucked behind a tree. The area ahead was clearly different. Even the air felt heavier. It was barricaded with an electric fence, a reminder that we were now deep in territory shared with one of Africa's most powerful and unpredictable animals. Everything was still, watchful, as if the bush itself was holding its breath. The tall grasses of the Bushveld savanna are more than just part of the scenery. They are the lifeblood of this ecosystem. Species like Hyperrhenia hirta, also known as thatching grass, grow thick and wild here alongside speargrass, red oats grass, lemongrass, and Bermuda grass. Together, they create a rich, continuous understory beneath the scattered acacia and mopane trees. Driving through the Bushveld savanna gives you a powerful sense of freedom, vast, wild, and untamed. An African safari is one of those once-in-a-lifetime journeys that leaves its mark on your soul. The adventure through these pristine landscapes promises memories you'll carry forever. If you've been here before, you know exactly what I mean. Africa is mystic. It's wild. It's a sweltering inferno, a photographer's dream, a hunter's Valhalla, an escapist's utopia. It doesn't just show you beauty. it changes how you see the world. A wise man once said, "The only thing predictable about Africa is its unpredictability." And it's true. There is no place like Africa. There's something in the spirit of its people, the raw beauty of its landscapes, and the breathtaking diversity of its wildlife that touches your soul in a way no other place can. It humbles you, it moves you, and once it's in your heart, it never leaves. What are we seeing now? The buffalo, one of Africa's legendary Big Five. Massive, unpredictable, and fiercely powerful, these wild beasts demand both respect and distance. They may appear calm, but don't be fooled. Would you dare to get closer? Out here, there's no room for mistakes. You stay quiet, you stay still, heart pounding, eyes locked, because you know you're face to face with one of Africa's most formidable creatures. Oh, it's a little bit scary. Limpopo is well known for its strong and healthy Cape buffalo populations. These massive, powerful herbivores are true icons of the African wilderness. They mostly graze on grasses, but will sometimes browse on shrubs, always alert, always aware. Social by nature, they're usually found in herds, which makes them even more impressive when seen in large numbers. Weighing anywhere between 425 and 870 kilograms, the Cape buffalo is not an animal to underestimate. With their sheer size and unpredictable temperament, they've rightfully earned their place in Africa's Big Five. Buffalo are known for their strength and unpredictable charging behavior, making them one of the most challenging and potentially dangerous animals to encounter, especially on foot. But sometimes, behind the lens of a camera, you forget that. You get caught up in the beauty, the texture of their horns, the intensity in their eyes, the raw presence they carry. And for a moment, you're not thinking of danger. You're just in awe of the wild, trying to capture it, one breathless frame at a time. We stood still, barely breathing. Standing just meters away from a Cape buffalo is unlike anything else. You feel it in your chest first, that deep, thudding reminder that you are sharing space with one of Africa's most powerful and unpredictable animals. Their eyes watch you with a calm intensity, but you know, behind that stillness lies immense strength. There's a primal fear, yes, but also awe. You suddenly understand why they're part of the Big Five. It's not just their size or their horns, it's their presence. In that moment, time slows, and it's just you and the buffalo. A raw, humbling encounter that reminds you, here, you are the guest. The African Bushveld has a way of capturing your soul. It's the sense of freedom, the vastness, the untamed beauty stretching out in every direction. Here, you don't just see nature, you feel it. It humbles you, surrounds you, awakens something deep inside. There's a quiet awe in standing among ancient trees, hearing nothing but the wind and the wild, a deep connection that words can barely describe. This is the true majesty of Africa, raw, real, and unforgettable. Going on a safari is like a reset button for the soul. Africa really changes you forever, like nowhere on earth. And as the springbok leapt gracefully into the air, pronking in that effortless, majestic way, Africa cast its final spell. It changed us, deeply, quietly, and forever. Because nowhere else on earth leaves its mark on your soul quite like this place. Our last feeding stop for the day, a quiet pause before heading back to the campsite. As the sun dipped lower and the bush turned golden, we made our way home, ready to soak in all the memories the day had given us. Later, gathered around the warm glow of the Boma fire, we let it all sink in. The sights, the sounds, the feelings. Africa had spoken to us, and we were listening. The various staff members at the lodge are simply astounding. Walking the extra mile for you is an understatement.
I just want you to understand me.
Now the evening we had been waiting for so long, a sky full of stars like diamonds scattered across the African night, the smell of meat sizzling over the fire, meat we brought from the local village shop because we're here to connect with nature, not to hunt it. This romantic moment was everything we dreamed of. Crackling flames, soft murmurs of the bush, and that magical warmth you only get from a Boma fire. No cell phones, no noise, just stories, laughter, and silence where it mattered. We sat close, wrapped in the stillness of the wilderness, hearts full and grateful. There's something ancient in these moments, as if time bends and you become part of something far greater than yourself. Africa at night, it touches your soul. This is what the pause brings. Just staring into the fire, you start to feel that quiet voice inside, the one that gently shows you the way, that we call intuition. The word Boma comes from an old term meaning an enclosure, once used to protect camps with fences of thorn bush. But today in Limpopo, a Boma is something far more magical. It's a circle under the stars where stories are shared, meals are savored, and hearts are warmed by the crackle of the fire. A Boma gathering isn't just dinner, it's an experience. It's the cozy glow of flames, the distant call of the wild, the scent of grilled food drifting through the night. It's Africa at its most soulful, where every sunset melts into memory, and every conversation lingers long after the last ember fades. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more exciting adventures and breathtaking natural beauty. South Africa stays in your heart, not because you saw her, but because you felt her. We dedicate this video to our beloved friend Levi, whose generous spirit welcomed us into this unforgettable experience. This land, shaped by his life, carries his warmth and love in every corner. Thank you, Levi, for sharing your world with us.